I have a very special guest with me at the moment. She's Myriam Fernandez de Heredia. She's from Standard & Poor's. Now, Myriam, April 28, you came out with a report where you downgraded Spain to AA and put it on a negative watch. That was before the austerity measures were actually introduced by the government or even voted. How does that change your view of the rating of Spain and also the outlook?
Okay. Currently, we keep the AA and we keep the negative outlook on Spain. We continue to see some challenges for the Spanish economy and for the Spanish creditworthiness. We still think that the Spanish government has to tighten very decisively its belt to avoid further downgrades. Having said that, we do take this value this very positively.
Yep.
All these decisive steps now that have been voted and all these austerity measures all go in the right direction. Still, we see implementation risks.
Implementation risks. Okay. One thing I want to talk about, because your responsibility is not just Spain, of course, it's
Yes.
the entire southern Europe.
Mm-hmm.
Now, a lot of people look at Spain and they also look at Greece.
Yep.
And they seem to tend to confuse the two countries and the states of the two countries. But of course, they're on completely different ratings at Standard & Poor's. What's the
Absolutely.
difference?
Absolutely. It's an immense difference, by the way. So currently, Spain is rated AA. AA means an excellent level of rating. So it's where the historical probability of default is very low. Greece is non-investment grade. So Spain is high up in the investment grade categories. Greece is non-investment grade. We're traditionally a BB+. Traditionally, the default rates are much, much higher than those for AA rated countries. So they are in completely different worlds. So
Okay.
high end of the investment grade, non-investment grade.
Okay, let's just return to Spain for the moment.
Yes.
Because on Monday we're expecting to get some proposals from the government on labour market reform.
Yes.
Now, the IMF says it's not only essential, but it's urgent that the labour market here is reformed. What are the issues? Why does it need fixing?
Okay, it's a rigid labour market at the end of the day, where you have all this the salary indexation that makes also some of the just corporations not that eager to hire. So anything that goes into the flexibilization of the labour market would be a positive step and also will impact positively creditworthiness. We don't comment on the urgency or not of the actions, because what we do is once the actions have been taken, we opine on them, but any movement towards flexibilization of the labour market would be a positive credit factor.
Now, yesterday's vote on the austerity plan, I mean, it really came down to the line. One vote, and the government got that through. What is the political risk going ahead? You know, if I'm a bondholder of Spanish bonds, do I have to be worried about the government and whether it's going to be able to stay in power?
For us, we factor in, is one of the main rating factors also political risk. Currently, we value political risk in Spain to be very low. So yes, it can. You can have like changes in government, you can have early elections called or whatever, but we still think that it's not weakness for us.
So even if we have a change in government, you don't see that as political risk?
No.
That won't change your view on the outlook for the credit?
Not for the time being, no.
Okay. Now look, back on putting on your hat very, very quickly as a European credit analyst, are you worried about the credit situation in Europe in the next year? Very fast.
No, we are not. We are not. We have some instances of worrying, like Greece, for example, where we downgraded sharply to BB+. Overall, the creditworthiness of the Eurozone, non-Eurozone members is very high.
Thank you very much. Well, there you have
you.
it from Standard & Poor's. Not worried about the credit risk for Europe as a whole, although there are some pockets of difficulty.